Hey, Shalini Mittal here from Tech Gatha. And before we continue, let's understand why do we actually need a class. So let us understand the significance of the classes. Now say for example, you are creating a Java application and say it's an online e-commerce application where you ask the customer to register. So you will be providing with a registration form, asking the user to enter the name, email, phone, and there will be a button called as register. Now when the user or customer clicks on the register button, your Java application will be requiring to access the values. So say for name I enter Shalini, say for email I say Shalini at techgatha.com. For phone number I again provide some value. So in Java applications, what do we use to store values? We have variables, right? So I will be having a name variable, I will be having an email variable, and I will be having a phone variable that I will use to store these values temporarily, wherein then I'll write the code to store the data permanently in the database. Now these details are for customer 1. For customer 2, again you end up creating 3 more variables. For customer 3, again you end up creating 3 more variables. If you have 100 customers, you end up creating 100 times 3, that is 300 variables, which is not the right choice. Fine, so just creating variables to store customer data doesn't seem feasible. Let's see a different solution. Say for example, I create arrays. That's good, right? In an array, I can store all the 100 customer data. Again, I'll create a phone array to store all the 100 customers. I create an email array to store all the 100 emails of the 100 customers. Fine, a nice job. I want to get the customer 1 data. What will you do? Name, square bracket 0. Phone, square bracket 0. Email, square bracket 0. This combined gives me the customer 1 data. For customer 2, name of 1, phone of 1, and then email of 1. Now we just have 3 variables. Imagine a form where you have name, email, phone, city, country, street number 1, street number 2, zip code, qualifications, hobbies, is member, age, gender, and I can just go on and add the form fields. How many variables you end up creating to represent one customer, and then the way you access the customer 1 information. This again doesn't seem feasible. For these kind of requirements, whenever you want to represent a customer information, you want to represent a student information, you want to represent, say for example, a library management system, you want to represent a book information, say for example, an insurance company, you have the insurer information, say for example, employee information, say for example, a manufacturing company, you have the supplier information, you have the product information, right? All these will have a combination of various different attributes. In these scenarios, you create a class. At the same time, if you would notice, the moment I have a form, so whenever you go to any website on a registration form, whether you go or I go, you get the same form with the same fields. What changes for you and me are the values that you enter, right? So everyone has the same structure of the form, and only what changes is the values. So the classes provides a way to represent the structure. So I can say, for example, class student. Now this class student, I will be storing the information for students like the student ID, the student name, the student phone, the student email, and so on and so forth. So you can see that for a class student, always represent class, represent nouns. Nouns have characteristics which are nothing but attributes of a class. So whenever you create classes, they always represent nouns which have some characteristics that is attributes. Now there is a task for you. Can you identify the attributes for the book? Can you identify the attributes for an insurer? Can you identify the attributes for, say for example, an author? So ping in the comment section below whatever attributes you can identify for a book, for an insurer or for an author, and be specific because it depends upon the context that you are creating. You can also specify your reasoning for why you chose those attributes and for what context or for what type of management system are you creating it. So with this, we have an understanding of why do we need classes. Next video, we will see how to create class in Java. Till then, happy learning, take care and bye-bye.